What happens when you stop chasing an avoidant? This video is in two parts. The first is about what happens when you stop chasing an avoidant who is serious about you, and what happens when you stop chasing an avoidant who is not serious about you. So let's begin. The first, what happens when you stop chasing an avoidant who is serious about you? The first thing that happens is relief. Yes, they are relieved because you're no longer coming after them. The thing with the avoidance attachment style is that they need a lot of space in order for them to have independence, in order for them to not be triggered. If they do not have space, if the intimacy and the closeness is too much for them, they will begin to feel suffocated. They will be scared, and hence they will run away. And if you chase them because they are running away, they will run away even harder because they begin to feel like they're a prisoner. They need to escape. Captors will flee. They will want to run away. So when you stop chasing them, they will be relieved. Has a dog ever chased you before? A dog has never chased me before, thankfully. But if a dog has chased you before and the dog suddenly stops, you go like, hopefully they're not coming after you anymore. It's just an analogy. In this particular case, it's somebody that they actually love, but at the same time, they're scared of. Like, do you get how confusing of a dynamic it is for even them? Yes, it's painful for you, but it's also confusing for them. Anyway, so the first thing is that they feel relief. Now, the second thing is that now that they feel like their independence is not threatened anymore, they can still have their freedom within the relationship. You're not trying to take their self-sufficiency away from them. They will come around. The truth is that they will come around. Avoidants are more likely to stay if they feel like they can leave at any time. So they just have to feel like the door is open for them to go. Like they can see the way of escape. It is there. You have opened the door. They can go at any time that they want. And they will stay. Because they can see that door, they will stay. It's amazing. I know. But I can tell you a few stories. There's this YouTuber that I really love. He's called Brian Knox. I learned a lot from him. And I read a lot of his books. And in one of his books, he was moving in with his partner. And he began to feel scared. He began to feel scared. And because of that, he was having second thoughts. And his girlfriend was like, you know you can leave anytime you want to, right? And then immediately he was relieved. And he was like, cool. And he moved in with her. Simply because she told him, you know you can leave anytime you want to, right? That was all that he needed. And he moved in with her. I can give you another example, real life example that I know of. Somebody that I know, she decided to pick a fight with her partner and decided that she was going to leave. She was leaving his place. And the partner told her, you know, if you leave, it's not going to be the same. Let me help you with your stuff for downstairs. Ooh. I can even feel the goosebumps. If I were her, I would run and jump on him. And she relented immediately. What do you mean you're going to help me downstairs with my things? What do you mean you allow me to go? You're supposed to run after me. No. So the fact that he was like, sure, this is the door. Let me help you to it. She was like, oh, you know what? Never mind. I want to be here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But yes, if you open the door for the avoidance and you stop chasing them, they will come right back in. Now, the second is with the avoidant who is not serious about you. The avoidant who is not serious about you is basically using you as a validation machine. You don't have any feelings. You're just helping them to feel good about themselves, basically. You're a machine. So when you stop chasing them, they'll be like, why did she stop? I've even had a guy blast me before because I was sending things to him every single day. It was like a birthday month. Oh my gosh. Whew. I can't believe I'm sharing this. I'm so embarrassed. Anyway, I was sending things to him every day. It was his birthday month. And then I stopped. And then when he realized I stopped, he called me angrily. And he asked me why I stopped. And I'm like, like, anyway, well, I think he knew I had it hard for him. But anyways, some people will not outright call you and blast you, but then they'll try and rebait you into doing it again. You know, coming around and telling you, I miss you. That's especially if you're a girl and they're a guy, right? So, I miss you. Or, you know, I've always wanted to get married, right? They didn't say they wanted to marry you. They said, you know, I've always wanted to get married, right? They're just trying to play on your desires. They know that you probably want to get married. So they're telling you they want to get married so that you can come and dance in front of them. I've also had somebody do that to me. Oh my gosh. So so that you can come and dance in front of them and embarrass yourself trying to win their favor so that they will marry you. Meanwhile, they know that they don't have any intentions to marry you. Oh my gosh. But thankfully, I didn't give in by God's grace. Or if you're a guy and she's a girl, she probably try and maybe seduce you so that you guys can sleep together, or hints that maybe there might be commitments, maybe you've been asking her for commitments for the longest time and she's been saying no, or she's been going back and forth. She hints that, maybe this time it will happen. Yeah, they're basically just playing games with you, or they will like your picture or watch your story. And if they win, hooray for them, another cycle begins. You can watch my video when the avoidant realizes you're gone. There's 7 hours that I broke down over there, the 7-hour cycle of the avoidance. You can watch that for more reference. But if the avoidant tries to rebait you by breadcrumbing and you do not give in, well then they try and try and try and try and try and try. Especially when you're a girl and you're dealing with a guy and the guy keeps on coming and coming and coming and coming. I used to think it was a green flag that, like he's chasing you around and chasing you around and he's always trying to get your attention and he's chasing you around for months, sometimes even years. Yes, they do that for years. It doesn't necessarily mean that they like you, that's why they're doing it. A lot of the time, it means that their heart is not inside. Because I imagine that you listening to me knows what it feels like to really, really, really love somebody. And even though you might have an anxious attachment style, and you pursue them, eventually you get tired and you stop because it hurts. It hurts to receive so much rejection and to feel like the person that you want does not want you back. So eventually you stop. But with the avoidance, who doesn't have it for you, who is not serious about you, they keep going and 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 just keep going and going and going. No, it is not a green flag. It is a red flag. It means that their heart is not inside. It means that they do not love you. It means that they're not serious. And sometimes they even give up for a while. And then they try again a few years later to see if maybe you still have it for them. Now you can watch this video where I talk about 7 signs that an avoidant is serious about you. You're worthy and you're dearly loved. Mwah.